Oh my god, I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Anushka and this video is all about one of my recent reads, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Now, to make this book review a little more interesting, what I've done is I've divided this video into two parts. The first part will be the usual book review plus rating, non-spoiler of course, but the second part is the more interesting part where I'll be sharing few clips which include my reactions, my predictions and my thoughts while I was reading this novel. I hope you like this concept. With that said, let's just quickly start with this video. So, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is the first book in the Millennium trilogy written by Stieg Larsson. Now, it is said that it is one of the best crime thrillers ever written, and after reading this novel, I do share the same thoughts. But before I share all my thoughts and opinion on this particular novel, let me just quickly brief you about its storyline and its plot. So what happens is, first of all, we are introduced with our first protagonist, who is a very renowned industrialist in his 80s named Henrik Wanger. The book starts mysteriously where we get to know that he has been receiving some flowers from an unknown person each year on his birthday throughout many years of his life. Next, we are introduced to our second protagonist, that is Mikhail Blomkvist, who is a journalist, a very renowned journalist, and he exposes corrupt people and businessmen, but he often gets into trouble, and this time the trouble that he has got himself in is a court case, a libel against him, for which he has been sentenced for 3 months of jail. Next, we also get to know about the girl with the dragon tattoo herself, that is Lisbeth Salander, who is a very, very strange woman. She does not get the social cues very easily. She does not talk to people. She's so socially awkward. She has a very strange past too, but she is intelligent. Like, she's exceptional in her work, like as an investigator and as a computer hacker. So how do all these three characters end up together? What happens is Henrik Wanger, the industrialist, has this mysterious past wherein his niece has disappeared into this thin air, and that mystery hasn't still been solved. So what he does is he hires a journalist, Mikhail Blomkvist, to solve this mystery. Now, it sounds very confusing. Why will he hire a journalist? For that, you will obviously have to read the novel. He calls Salander, and he teams up with her because she is a great investigator to solve this mystery. So what are my thoughts on this novel? Before you pick this book up, let me just warn you a little bit that this novel is a crime thriller and it may turn out to be a little dark, intense, disturbing at moments, and you may feel disgusted while reading about few characters and few scenes. This also has a few graphic scenes, a few horrific scenes, and I literally felt terrible, scared for the characters at moment. I had goosebumps. This does not mean that it is a bad novel, of course. I rated this novel a 4 stars out of 5, and that means I really liked reading this novel. But it's just a simple warning that if you are in a depressed phase, or if you are a kid especially, or a teenager, please do not pick this novel up because there's no one moment where I felt positive while reading this novel. I was just so serious and still. Let's talk about the things which I liked and the things which I did not like. First and foremost, I like the complex plot line. This book has so much to offer. The complex writing, the plot line, it has layers. This book has layers. It starts from one thing. You may expect to unravel a mystery of just single murder, but then you will find out that it's a much more deeper mystery than that. There are so many social things, like issues which are talked about in this novel. First and foremost, feminism, the power of women, how women are treated. Initially, this book was titled as Men Who Hate Women. So misogyny is one of the major issues of this novel, and you will be surprised how it is shown in this novel. I also liked how the characters were developed in this novel, and I mean, there are so many primary and secondary characters, but everyone had a role to play. The ending, okay, the last few 100 pages were, I felt, just filler. In, like, usually the thriller endings are great, and in my opinion the ending was after 350 or 400 pages. That's where I felt like the book ended. After that, I wasn't interested, and that's it. Now you can have a look at my predictions and my reactions. Of course, few predictions turned out to be a little wrong, but enjoy. So today I completed part 1 of the novel, that is around 112 pages, and it wasn't that much fun, honestly. There were times where I felt it was boring, especially the conversation between Mikhail and his friend Lindbergh was about corporate, it was about journalism ethics and Sweden's economy. I just couldn't get it in my head. Apart from that, there were some interesting parts too, which got me going, especially the scenes where Lisbeth was introduced, the scenes where she was working, the relationship between her and her boss, Armansky, was interesting for me. I think that was something that got me going. Like Mikhail's conversation and the scenes where Mikhail was present were a bit dull, just for my taste. Anyways, that's it for the first part. Hopefully it gets interesting. Hopefully. So I am halfway through this novel. I'm on page number 272, and I know I'm very late. I haven't documented my thoughts at all in this reading log. But the thing is, I've usually read this novel at night time, so either the lighting is bad or I'm just too tired and I just want to spend my night with this book, reading this story. Daytimes, this is the first day that I'm reading it. The second day that I'm reading this novel in daytime, because either I'm shooting a video or I'm editing one. So yeah, I just don't get time to read in the day. Anyways, there were moments where I felt scared, literally scared for the characters, and I was shocked at moments. The first moment, because this is a spoiler, the first moment where I felt scared was on page number 180. The conversation between Lisbeth and her second guardian. And oh my god, I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming. Yeah, so I felt very, very bad for Lisbeth. The second moment was the moment where I felt, and I'm still feeling that, I just have this gut feeling that something might go wrong with Blomkvist, because he doesn't have control over his life, over his business, anything at all. And I feel like Wenger in some way has owned him, not just him, but his entire business, everything. And I don't know, I just have this gut feeling that something might happen, and I'm waiting for it. Of course, there's a revelation. Blomkvist has found one clue, and I'm on page number 272, so he's going through the negatives and photographs and stuff, so I'm excited. It's 7 in the evening, and I just read the biggest revelation till now. I'm on page number 398, and I don't want to accept it. I mean, why did Mikhail have to walk there? I mean, I know it was meant to be, that's how the story is gonna progress, but still, why did you go there? Anyways, I know this is a spoiler video, but still I won't reveal the actual story and the situation, because it will just totally spoil your experience. Of course, there are other 2 books in the series, but I don't intend on reading those novels, because I've read the first chapter of the second novel, which is there in this novel, but I felt like that one was much more dark and intense, and I'm not signing up for that anymore. And I think I'm done with this first novel. The ending was like, there isn't a cliffhanger, so it's not related with the second or the third novel, so I consider this as a standalone.